here is the easiest way to build an automated AI cold caller that can literally call thousands of leads from a CSV file. If you watched my previous video, I built something similar using Vapi and Make.com, but today I'll show you an even easier method using Retell AI. And by the end of the video, you'll have what it takes to build an automated outbound campaign on Retell for your business or your clients. That is if you run an AI agency. We will be leveraging Retell's latest new feature, batch calling, that makes this process so easy. And unlike other tutorials out there that assume that you already know some things, I'll take you from a complete beginner to a seasoned pro within no time. Here's the demo. So here I have a CSV file containing a bunch of leads. Well, in reality, just one lead, which is just my phone number, my name and location. But in real sense, we would have thousands of rows here that we want to cold call, or even calling back customers who called us initially and we weren't available. So yeah, so I'll go over to Retell and initiate the batch call. So here on Retell, I've created the batch call and I'll just click send, then send now. And within a minute, I should expect to see a phone call over on my phone. There is it. So you can see number just entered. My Truecaller is labeling it as a spam, but let's just answer it.
Hello, this is Susan from Real Estate Ventures. Am I speaking to John?
Yes, you're speaking to John.
Hi, John. Thanks for taking my call. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. I'm reaching out to see if you've ever considered selling your property, or if it's something you might be open to discussing.
Okay, actually, you've called at the right time. I'm looking to sell my house next month.
Oh, that's great to hear, John. Perfect timing then. Could you tell me a bit more about your property? Like what type of property it is and where it's located?
So it's a penthouse located in 123 Main Street, and it's quite spacious. It has 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and yeah, that's it.
Got it, John. So it's a spacious house with 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, located at 123 Main Street. That sounds like a fantastic property. If you don't mind me asking, is there a specific reason you're looking to sell? Maybe downsizing, relocating, or something else?
Actually, just relocating. I'm moving on to a different country, and looking for greener pastures.
Gotcha, John. Relocating to a different country sounds like an exciting new chapter. I totally understand why you'd be looking to sell. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. What I'll do next is pass along this information to one of our agents, and they'll reach out to you shortly to discuss the details and help you with the process. We really appreciate your time, and we're here to make this as smooth as possible for you. Have a great day, and best of luck with your upcoming move.
Goodbye. So there you have it. You've seen that it's able to call me and ask me in regard to the property I want to sell. And yeah, now the question you're asking is how you can go into building one yourself. Let me show you. So as I mentioned, we're building the Voicebot over on Retell AI. I've initially done tutorials on Vapi, but Retell AI is a competitor of Vapi. I could arguably say that Retell is better than Vapi in different features, but it's a give or take depending on the project at hand. So for that, you'll just click on create a new agent, then I will get into it. But for me, I'll just go into reviewing what we already have. So I won't go into the system prompt much of it, because the point of this video is to show you the batch calling feature and how you're able to work with that. So if you want the actual system prompt, everything, I did that in the previous video. So I just copy pasted the entire prompt and is what we're using for this video. So over on Retell, you can see it's a different interface from Vapi. I think it's quite intuitive and very easy to navigate. Here's where you paste in the system prompt, and you can pause and read through it. I'll just scroll so that you can see it, but it's just giving instructions on what the agent is meant to do. The good thing with Retell is it enables you to customize the first message. So you can see here, when I click on the drop down here, I can have 3 options. Either first is user initiates the first message, so the AI will remain silent until the customer talks, or the AI will initiate the first message and it will begin with a dynamic beginning message, or AI initiates the conversation by starting with a defined beginning message. And that's what we're going to use in this case. So you can see it's, hello, this is Susan from Real Estate Ventures. Am I speaking to? Then in brackets we say the name. So this is a dynamic variable, and the best part about Retell is it makes working with dynamic variables very, very easy compared to VAPI. That's one thing I can say Retell beats VAPI on. So to define dynamic variables on Retell, just put the name of the variable, encapsulate it with curly braces. So you can see name encapsulated with 2 curly braces, and that's how the AI is able to tell that this variable needs to be drawn from somewhere. Then if you go to the complete site panel, if I click on here, you can see the dynamic variables I have within my prompt. So you can see the name, the location, the current time, and this it picks up from the prompt itself. So it checks, is there anywhere there's curly braces, double curly braces? Then it says that these are the variables we need to get. Okay, so once you have the agent in place, just click on save. I've already saved mine, so but you'll have an option here to save the agent. Then we should go back. So click back here. Then to be able to initiate an outbound campaign, you need a phone number. Okay, so you'll go to the phone numbers tab over here. So if this is your first time on Retell, your phone numbers over here will be empty. So to add a new number, just click plus. You can either buy a new number or import a number from Twilio or wherever. So I'll guide you exactly what you need to do from here, because many tutorials out here just assume that you know how to import your number within Retell, which is different from VAPI. VAPI makes it so easy to import the numbers. For example, with Twilio, you just need your account SID, your auth token, and your phone number. Just those 3 fields to import the phone number. But Retell takes a different approach. So Retell wants you to connect what you call SIP trunking, so that you can be able to do this. I'll take you step by step how you're able to import your Twilio phone number into Retell. So for that, you'll just click on connect your new phone number, and you can see it needs how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 things, okay? The phone number, the termination URL, the SIP trunk username, and the SIP trunk password. So it sounds a lot of fancy words. What is SIP trunking? Like, even me, I was confused initially when I started working with this. So to be able to understand what SIP trunking is, you need to understand how phone calls work. So when you make a phone call, there's a system in place, a network of wires, physical wires all across the world that enable you to be able to transfer the call from the sender to the receiver. Now the thing with this is it can be sometimes slower and also quite expensive to be able to deal with physical infrastructures. But now what SIP trunking does is it connects the sender to the recipient over the internet. So we don't have to deal with physical wires and physical infrastructures scattered all over the world to be able to do this. It makes this process faster as well as cheaper, because connecting the sender to the recipient using physical phone lines is more expensive than connecting the sender to the receiver over the internet. Okay, so you have to go over on Twilio and build what we call an SIP trunk, which you'll add your phone number that you use for your outbound campaign, so that you can be able to initiate the outbound calls over the internet or the cloud. So Retell have their documentation that makes it easy to understand how you're able to work with this. So just search Retell AI. What's wrong with my typing? Retell AI, what do we call it? SIP trunking. So something of the sort. Then you'd be able to go to what they call custom telephony. Let me just scroll down here. So Retell AI documentation, which is awesome. You can be able to follow through with it. But I'll just take you through in regard to what you need to do. Okay, so you'll go over to your Twilio account. Here I've logged into my Twilio account, but on your side, if you don't have a Twilio account, go ahead and search twilio.com and sign up. Then you log into your dashboard. Once you'll arrive, you'll come here to search and search for SIP trunking. So you'll click on Elastic SIP trunks. Then on your side, if you've never created an SIP trunk, this will be empty and you'll see a red button asking you to create a new SIP trunk. But on my side, since I already have one, you'll click on create a new SIP trunk. You'll give it a friendly name, something like Retell_SIP2. Then I'll click on create. So on my side, since I've already created an SIP trunk and I'm on the trial Twilio account, they only enable me to create one SIP trunk. So I'll just take you through that. So once you create that, it will initiate an SIP trunk which you're able to alter. So I'll enter into an initiated SIP trunk and take you through the exact configurations you need to alter. So 2 things when you arrive at this page, you only need to enable this call transfer, then check this box of enable PSTN transfer. Just that, then click on save. Okay, then you'll go to termination over here. So termination is the settings for your outbound campaign. Then origination is the settings for your inbound calls. Okay, So for termination, you need your termination URL. This is the URL that you will take and go and paste in within Retell AI to be able to connect to your SIP trunk. Okay, so you'll give it a name. I gave mine Retell-support-network-bgrip, but ensure you have no spaces within that. It will check whether that specific URL is available. If it's available, it will show a green tick over here. Okay, then you need credentials to be able to access your SIP trunk. So you'll need a username and a password. Okay, so for that, you'll come here and click on plus and a credential list. So give it a friendly name, something like Retell_creds2, something of the sort. It doesn't really matter actually. Then give it a username, so something like Retell_user, but in this case I'll say _user2. Then a password, something like Retell, whatever it is. So give it a password, then you'll click on create. Okay, so you'll see it saying you need a strong password. So that's the thing with Twilio, they're very strict with their passwords. So they have certain requirements when you're creating your password, which is quite strict. So you have to follow that, then create your password, click create. Then once you've added that, you're set to go. So you'll click on save. Okay, so once you click save, it will tell you you've successfully updated your SIP trunk, but in your case it should say something different. Okay, then we go to origination. As I mentioned, this is the settings for when a customer makes a call to your business phone number. Okay, so we need the server URL of Retell so that we can be able to paste it in here to be able to handle the origination. So for this, when you go to Retell's documentation, they have it there clear and set. So you can see it here. So when you just scroll down here over overview, you'll see Retell SIP server URI. So URI, just think of it like a URL. Then you'll just copy it, then go and paste it within Twilio. So you'll click on plus over here under origination URL, then paste it in here. Then under priority and weight, don't worry about that, just click add. Then that should be able to work. So once you've been able to add that, you'll click on save, and that's all you need. Then we'll go to numbers. Here you need to add your Twilio phone number into your SIP trunk. So you'll click on add number over here. Then you'll add an existing number. Then you'll select among the existing numbers you have under your Twilio. So I'll click on mine over here, then click add selected. And that's it. So we'll go back to Retell to see what fields we need. So you can see here we need the phone number. So I'll copy it over from Twilio. Copy that, paste it in there under termination URI. Go back here to termination. Then scroll here and copy your termination URL as is. Go and paste it in. Then remove any spacing. So I'll remove that space. My trunk username is Retell_user2. Then my password, I'll just type it in. Okay, then click save. So you can see it says phone number already exists. So once you add your phone number, go ahead and click on this drop down, then select the AI agent you want to handle the outbound campaign. So I'll click on mine. Then that's it. Then want to go to batch call. Okay, then you'll click on create a batch call. Give it a name. So something like real estate batch call 2. Okay, then the from number is already set. You can see that the agent that we already assigned it is listed over here. So real estate AI cold caller. Then you want to upload the CSV file containing the bunch of leads you want to cold call. Why am I saying cold calling? It could be calling back a user who called you initially. So to have a guiding point on the structure Retell is expecting in the CSV file, go ahead and download the template, then open it. So I'll open mine. So you can see this is a structure, the phone number and any dynamic variables you want after that. So you can see here it's saying only the phone number is required. Feel free to add or remove the other columns. So I'll backspace that. And you can notice here, let me just expand everything. So the phone number, dynamic variable 1. So this could be the name. Then I put in the name. This could be John. Then the second dynamic variable, let me think, could be the location of the person or their property. So I could say 123 Main Street. Then under phone number, I'll go ahead and put in my phone number. So on your side, you're not able to see this because I don't want you to see my number, but you should be able to add in your number. So once you add your phone number, go ahead and add in a bunch of the leads you want to add. So I'm sure you could be having a list of these contacts. So go ahead and add it, then save it so that you can upload it to Retell. So here I'll go ahead and choose a CSV from my local computer. I already went ahead and created one called Retell Real Estate Leads. It's just similar to what I was showing you. So you can see it imports in the bunch of leads that I have, which in real sense is just one lead, which is containing just my phone number, the name, and the location. Okay, then here you can see when to send the calls. So you can either immediately start the outbound campaign or schedule it to start, let's say tomorrow or tomorrow but one. So you can click send now or schedule. So for schedule, you can see it automatically picks up my time zone. Then I can select the date and time. So maybe I want it to start tomorrow at a specific time. So let me say, let's say at 12 something. So I'll apply. Okay. So that's if I want to schedule, but I want to send now. Okay. So I'll click send now. Then you can see the estimated time to complete the calls is it estimates 5 minutes per call. And the thing with Retell that is better than VAPI is it's able to do more outbound calls than VAPI. So VAPI is able to do a maximum of 10 calls at a time, but Retell is able to do 20 calls at a time. And even better, with Retell, you're able to pay to increase the number of calls your outbound campaign is able to handle at a time. So right now, by default, you're able to handle just 20 calls at a time, but able to pay to be able to increase the number of calls you're able to handle. And that's what we call call concurrency. So whenever you see someone say call concurrency, just think this is the number of calls the AI system is able to handle concurrently at the same time. Okay, and the reason why Retell is able to handle more calls concurrently is because of the SIP trunking. Notice if you work with VAPI, importing of the Twilio phone number is different from importing the Twilio phone number with Retell. With Twilio, as I mentioned, you just need the account SID, the auth token, and the phone number. But with Retell, you need to build an entire SIP trunk. And the benefit of SIP trunks is they enable you to handle way more calls concurrently. Okay, so that's a benefit. So you can see here, you can click purchase more concurrency. So if I lead this on to a different tab, we're able to see how much they bill when I increase the call concurrency. So you'll go here under limits, then adjust limit. Then you can see when I'm at 20 concurrent calls, my cost per month is $0. Okay, but when I increase it, so notice if I increase, the cost keeps on increasing. Okay, so you're able to increase the call concurrency through this. So I'll click cancel, then go back. Then now all I need to do is just click send and wait for 1 minute to be able to receive the call. Send now. Then let's wait. And we should be able to check whether it's able to take in the dynamic variables from the CSV file I was able to upload. So for example, my name I said is John within the CSV file. So you should be able to start the message with, hi John, so and so. There you have it. So you can see it's coming. I don't know why my Truecaller is labeling it as a spam, but yeah, we'll just continue.
Hello, this is Susan from Real Estate Ventures. Am I speaking to John?
Yes, you're speaking to John himself.
Hi, John. Thanks for taking my call. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. I'm reaching out to see if you've ever considered selling your property, maybe the one located at 123 Main Street.
Yes, I'm actually looking to sell that. It's a penthouse with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It's quite spacious. Yeah.
Oh, wow. A penthouse with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms sounds amazing, John. Definitely spacious, and I bet it has some great features. If you don't mind me asking, is there a particular reason you're looking to sell? Maybe downsizing, relocating, or something else?
Actually, I've gotten greener pastures. I'm looking to relocate to a different country. So, and I wouldn't want the property to stay idle and there's no one maintaining it. So, yeah.
Gotcha, John. That makes total sense. Relocating for greener pastures is always exciting. And I can see why you wouldn't want the property sitting idle without anyone maintaining it. Well, it sounds like selling could be a great move for you. Could you tell me a bit more about the property? Like, is it in a specific neighborhood or building that stands out?
No, actually, there's nothing more to say about the property, just what I've already told you.
Got it, John. Thanks for sharing that. It sounds like a fantastic property already. Well, here's what we'll do. I'll pass along this information to our team, and one of our agents will reach out to discuss the next steps and help you with the selling process. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that's amazing, honestly.
Awesome, John. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. We'll be in touch soon to help you get everything sorted. Wishing you all the best with your relocation and those greener pastures ahead. Have a great day.
Goodbye. So you can see it's able to handle the call very well. I mean, definitely if we are deploying this to an actual client, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, because first of all, it's making such long statements. So I would go in the system prompt and tell it to try to be as brief as possible, because sometimes the customer can get bored of listening to you make such a long statement. But all in all, it's able to handle the batch calling very well. And that's it from the video. So that's how you're able to leverage Retell AI's new batch calling feature to be able to automate your outbound campaign. If you'd want such a system developed for your company, go ahead and click the link in the description where you'll visit our website and book in a meeting with our team. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you got value from this video. Till next time, stay servy. Peace.